Hello, this is Justin from Brickright, and this is the van log for this week. We're going to be talking about apprentices, so not just bricklaying apprentices, but apprentices within the construction industry. And yeah, this just seems to be a little bit of, how can I say, the boys seem to be going in for these MVQ level 1, 2, and up to MVQ level 3, which is fine, which is good. Um, and I think it's great, the youngsters want to come through, and they want to learn a trade, and they got that ambition and that desire to want to do it. So they are out there. There are young kids out there, and they deserve to be treated with a level of respect, and they deserve to go through a system that works for them, so that when they finish doing their apprenticeship and doing their trade, that they can go out into the wider world and they can apply that trade and do it to a professional standard. Now, does that system work? Well, obviously, sometimes, yeah, it does. But judging on my experience, a lot of the times it doesn't, because I've had so many lads, and they're brilliant, the young lads. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic as a qualified tradesman, bit of experience like myself, to get somebody in, a young lad, 16, fresh out of school, don't know anything, teach them. Obviously, they got to want to be taught. They got to qualify to be able to, for you to teach them. They got to want it. So when they come to you, you teach them, you bring them through the ranks. They're applying their trade, they're in college. But what happens where the system fails them, and where I always struggle with this, and I've just found that out this now, in terms of an electrical qualification in level 2, going on to 3. My son is actually doing this. And this is why I wanted to bring it up, because I thought it was just isolated to bricklaying, but obviously it's not. So this is what it is. The boys go in, they do MVQ level 1, fine, no problem at all. Level 2, great, no problem at all. That takes 2 years, and then basically you're a qualified electrician, bricklayer, carpenter, plasterer, whatever it may be. They go out onto the site then, and they can't do it because they haven't had the time and the effort spent with them past their qualification period, by where they can go out and they can make a couple of mistakes and stuff, and learn and keep learning from it. So what happens is, what these young lads do is, they haven't got the confidence to go out and work on their own, off their own back, off their own steam, and solve these problems, and actually do the job on a professional basis. And it's really sad. It's bad of the government. The government are just ticking boxes just to say that, we've got 25 electricians through from Nantgarw College, or a college in Cardiff, or a college in Warrington, or whatever it is, UK based. They pass them out the college as passed. And yeah, on paper they're passed, but experience wise, the old school 5-year apprenticeship or 3-year apprenticeship, where my apprenticeship was, I did 6 weeks in college based, learning my practical and theory in college, and then I would apply that 6 weeks out on site. So 6 on, six off. Today they haven't even got the site experience. They do a college based course for 2 years in college, or 2 terms, in like a school term, a school year, then in college. It was not 2 years, and then they get this qualification and off they go. And it's failing. It really is. It's failing, and I feel really bad for these youngsters. And my son's going through it right now, and COVID hasn't helped. So I mean, it's a fantastic job. I mean, if the government and these people, these officials who design these courses, yeah, they're seeing their 25, their 30 sparkies or bricklayers come through. Great. How many of them actually stay and do the job in a professional capacity, by where they feel that they can further their skill set, and do the job to a reliable standard that is maintained and progressed on. I'd like to know the figures on it, because I just don't see that it's much. And it's not because of the young lads' effort or anything, although sometimes obviously it is. But the ones who want to do it, it's I feel really bad for them, and I feel quite sorry for them. And it's important. It has been important to me in my life, in terms of what I do, to try and pass on my skill set. Always has been. So if there's anybody out there that's aspiring to be a bricklaying apprentice, I've written some notes down, and these are just a couple of things that I've looked at. So try not to let it put you off. if you can get with somebody that's decent and willing to teach you, maybe you can get to the level where you do your MVQ level 2, and this person's willing to keep you after that period and further your experience, so you can eventually you can eventually get to somewhere where you can apply yourself professionally and you can be the finished article. So you work outdoors, you can enjoy working with a practical experience and gain qualifications from it. It's always challenging. There's always something that challenges you. Even me now, 31 years, always learning. It's very rewarding. I built that scenario where you've created something, and it doesn't matter what trade you do. It's the same in everything. You created something and you can stand back. Customers happy. You did that. I did that. It's absolutely fantastic. I mean, it's a practical thing, and there's a lot of maths and everything involved with it, and you did it, and that is, for me, it's brilliant. It's really good. You can be, once you get experience, be your own boss. You've got the freedom to travel. You can be part of a team. Now, the camaraderie I've got with the lads, and always have had with the lads that work for me and with me, we get the work done. We work really, really hard. We graft. It's challenging. For my side of it, there's a lot of mental capacity in terms of getting things ordered and the materials and making sure everything goes in the right place, and the planning of it and the actual doing of it, and then the who's going where and who's doing what, all those kinds of things. But the camaraderie we have and the laughs we have together, I think to do this job is so physically challenging and mentally challenging. If you can't have a laugh along the way, then don't do it. You've got to have a laugh, haven't you? So that's a big part of it. And this job, you can have a laugh. So enjoy it. Keeps you fit. Well, I'm fat, so I'm, but it keeps you fit, or you'd like to think it keeps you fit anyway. Stay off the fish and chips while you're working. You can progress. There's a progression into it. I started off as a bricklayer, did my City and Guilds, old school City and Guilds, went back, did MVQ level 3, so like an advanced craft in bricklaying. So I've progressed. Then I wanted to go on to landscaping, because I built houses for Wimpeys and Redrows and Beezers and Barretts and all of them, on price work, hard graft. You've built one house, you've built them all. So I decided to go on to landscaping. Then I went into building. So, I can organise, plasterers, I can organise electricians and carpenters. I can build something from scratch and organise it, manage it right the way through to the end. And that's the same case for landscaping. So there's progression there, problem solving, as we've mentioned. And you're always learning. If you think that you're the finished article and you're there, you've done it, something always bites you. You're always challenging yourself and learning. And there's always obviously going to be an ambition and a desire to be successful of what you do. So, like I say, anybody that's aspiring to be an apprentice bricklayer out there, that's my trade, go and give it a go. Go and do it. I mean, it's an art. It's an art. It's a skill, bricklaying, and it's something that's close to my heart. Something that I've absolutely loved with a real passion, doing it, and still love doing it now. Okay, yeah, there's downsides. You get, it's cold, it's wet, and you can't earn any money when it's raining because you're outdoor based. I think if you work out on site, there's a lot of cutthroat people out there that want to kind of rip you off. But as you get experience, you kind of manage this and you learn with that. So it's a fantastic job with absolutely tremendous opportunities. And I've done it now 31 years, and I've absolutely thoroughly enjoyed it, and still do. And I'm still like a sponge. I'm still trying to absorb information and knowledge off other people. And, that goes on every single day. And you've got to challenge yourself to be better tomorrow than what you were today or yesterday. And that's being a bricklayer. So any youngsters out there, please don't be put off by it. Get into your colleges, try and get a work placement by where you've got a college base to work to. And if you're doing 3 days in college and you've got 2 days off, try and get a bit of experience out on site with somebody that's reputable, somebody that's decent, willing to teach you, even if you've got to do it for free, just to get that experience. It's invaluable. And then, just try and keep it going. And if you've got any questions or anything like that, just give us a ring. But I wanted to touch on it on this week's van log. I'll do them from the van because it's the only time I get peace and quiet is sat in the van. So if you've got any questions on it, or you need to email me, or you want to look at my work and you want to go on our website, brickright.co.uk, have a little look on there. You can see what we're all about, what we do, and yeah, just go for it. And if you get anything like me, you put your heart and soul into it, and hopefully you'll be better than I am. And there's many people out there that are, and good for them. So give it a go, and good luck. Okay, so yeah, see you next week on next week's van log, and thank you for watching. Cheers, take care, bye bye.